All right, the Carolina Hurricanes traded Mikko Rantanen yesterday. Let's get into everything that happened before the trade and after the trade and what it's looking like now for the Carolina Hurricanes. So here are those trade details again. In return for Mikko Rantanen, the Carolina Hurricanes get Logan Stankoven, 2 first-round picks, and 2 third-round picks from Dallas. But it was a wild day before that trade became official, as the trade hindered on Rantanen signing an extension with Dallas, and at one point it ended up being called a stalemate in those contract negotiations. But once the trade finally did go through, Mikko went on TSN to discuss the trade, saying that he had to look at all options because there was no deal when the Canes traded for him, and he had to think about his life both on and off the ice long term. But after Mikko's comments, the governor of North Carolina chimed in. Governor Roy Cooper said if the Canes were getting for the playoffs what they got these last 13 games, then it's for the best. Shots fired. But back to the Carolina Hurricanes side of things. Eric Tulsky had his press conference following the trade, and he stated the Canes were trying to add more pieces via trade, but since the deal with Rantanen took so long to go through, the Canes didn't really have that much salary cap flexibility to make additional moves. One move that we did find about later after the deadline is that the Canes acquired forward Mark Jankowski from the Nashville Predators for a 2026 fifth-round pick. And back to General Manager Eric Tulsky's press conference, talking about the biggest hurdle with an extension for Mikko Rantanen. Tulsky essentially said that it didn't seem like Carolina felt like home for Rantanen, and that's okay. Tulsky was also asked about the perception that the team cannot re-sign high-end talent, and Tulsky went on the offensive with his answer, saying that he's going to stick up for his guys. You got guys like Jacob Slavin, Sebastian Aho, other high-end guys that they have who have signed long-term with Carolina. Also, shout out to Ryan Hinkle for all of this news. Make sure you go follow him, Corey Lavalette, all the guys that are following the Carolina Hurricanes to do a great job with these reports. So with everything kind of said and done through the Rantanen trades, here's what the Canes will end up getting and losing. So you send out Natchez Drury, a 25-second, and a 26-fourth. In return, you end up with Logan Stankoven, Taylor Hall, a 26 first-round pick, and actually 28 first-round pick, plus the 2 third-round picks as well. The Canes seem pretty ready for the long term with all of the young guys, draft picks, and cap space that they will have moving forward. Talking about the return on Logan Stankoven, in this documentary about the Dallas Stars, his former teammates called him relentless, a bulldog, and Eric Tulsky called him someone who was meant to be a Carolina Hurricane. This newly looked Hurricanes team will be back in the ice and in action versus Winnipeg tomorrow night.